Pick apart the passion. Pick apart the passion. The passion. Passion. Pick apart the passion. Pick apart the passion. 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 Pick apart the passion. Passion. Pick apart the passion. Pick apart the passion. 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 Pick apart the passion. Pick apart the passion. 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 Pick apart the passion. Passion. Welcome to Pick Apart the Passion podcast. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku, and tonight I'm sitting down with a very special guest, MMA, bare knuckle boxing, also firefighter, loving father, Chris Lytle. What's going on? How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Good to see you, dude. Thank you for letting me be on here. So like you said, anything that has to do with the word fighting in it, I'm in. Bare knuckle, MMA, or firefighting, whatever. You just throw the word fighter in there, I'll do it.
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of things I wanted to talk about and try to keep it within reason of timing, because I don't want to drag your night out or nothing like that. But one of the crazy things is, so I remember I'm a video gamer, so I'll just start this out like this, just because I was thinking about it. One of the early games I played was a UFC game. And I had already known about you as a fighter at that point in time. And I swear I would always put together fights on the video game with you in it on the UFC video game. Yeah, man. I mean, you've done a lot of crazy things in UFC in general. I mean, you had tons of fight of the night, submissions of the night, knockout of the night. I mean, you've done it all. Pretty much.
Man, I've been fighting forever. You know what I mean? I started fighting in 98, had a wrestling background before that and a boxing background in there. So, I mean, I was one of the early guys who kind of developed the idea of you got to be good at everything. Before when I first started, it was you were good at wrestling, you were good at jiu-jitsu, boxing. Not many people were training everything. So I was like, I got to be good at everything, man. And then I kind of came up with a mindset as, man, I'm trying to finish all these fools. I'm not trying to win decisions anymore. I was more of a Japanese style fighter. Like I fought in Japan a lot, and it's not about over there winning at all costs. It's about put on the best show, man. You want the fans to love you over there. Like when in the old Pride days, I fought in Pancrase, but man, when the fans love you, it was a beautiful thing. They're always going to have you come back. And it wasn't about winning at all costs. It was about going out there and fighting, man, putting on the show. And people loved it. I mean, a lot of people love the Pride rules and the scoring better than UFC style, but they bought them up and that was it. I was still in that mindset. And I think that's why a lot of people like the way I fought. Because I was going to try it. That's why I won fight of the night, knockout of the night, all that stuff, because I came to finish people. I prefer those guys. My people I still like to watch right now, Robbie Lawler, Matt Brown, Cowboy Cerrone, those guys who they're not going to win them all, but you're going to want to watch them fight. I promise.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the last Robbie Lawler fight I watched was his fight against
Nick Diaz, bro.
Nick Diaz, yep. And I was very entertained with that fight. I mean, and I even remember Robbie's fight when he was fighting and he won the championship and caught that crazy. I mean, he's always been a brawler, so
yeah.
I mean, it's you've done, I mean, you got the submission techniques too, though. And then you also got the brawler techniques. So, I mean, How is it? So this is the thing, because at one point in time, I was aspiring to try to become, to do MMA at one point in time, but I do music very heavily, and I also have a regular job, and me doing
Yeah.
the music, having a regular job, and then talking to someone like Anthony Pettis, because I'm from Milwaukee, where the Pettises are from, and talking to them because I was going to train there
Mhm.
on how to come in, and what kind of scheduling it would have to be. And I just didn't know how I'd be able to balance it. So you being a firefighter, how do you balance that with training to be a fighter?
That was always my most difficult aspect was having 4 kids. I'm married with 4 kids, working 48 hours a week and trying to train full time. That was just there was no extra time. People don't understand that. They'd always ask me like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Do you like to go hunting? I'm like, I've never been hunting in my life. Do you like to play golf? I don't play golf. I don't have any other hobbies. There's no time for other hobbies. I mean, you really have to live that Spartan lifestyle where that was pretty much it. You either spent time with your kids, worked at the firehouse, or at the gym. Those 3 things kind of dominated my life for about 15 years. That was it. So it's been kind of weird. Like when I retired from fighting, there was it's not like all of a sudden you have all these different things you do. I don't know how to do anything else. What do I do? I've still trained people. I still do commentary. I still do stuff. My kids are older. I got kids who are in college and kids who are grown and out. So it's just like, man, I have more time. I've got to do more family time stuff. But I mean, I don't have a bunch of other hobbies. That's what people don't realize. This is more just a complete lifestyle. You know what I mean? If you're going to do this, it's not like you want to go and do some sport on the side. Oh, I'm going to try and train for MMA. You can train that for fun, but you can't part-time train it. Whatever you
Yeah.
made that decision
Mhm.
not to do it was a great decision because you can kind of go out there and play basketball halfway, golf. You can't halfway do MMA. I mean, you go in there low level, you might be fine, but you go upper level, you're gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? It was just all you could do every single day. I had to train multiple times. You know what I mean? And if you can't figure that into your schedule, which most people can't, you can't do it.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I didn't even attempt. I was like, because I'm a competitor. Like I did played football, high school, ran track, very competitive in those. So like if I was gonna get into MMA and just half-ass train and get my ass kicked, I would have been mad at myself.
Yeah.
So but yes, it's
What's going on here? Freeze up. Hello. I don't know what's going on here. Hello. Hello. Eight 48, 894.